Flat Earth British, Martin speaking. Hiya guys, good to see you. I'm going to pop in today for a quick vlog to talk about some of the problems I'm getting from YouTube. People who do this, funnily enough, and a couple more things that have been happening. Okay, just going to keep it quick though today, guys. I'm not looking for any long vlogs. Okay, now things are ongoing in my life and things are ongoing generally. I've got quite a bit happening actually. Right, where to start? YouTube. Now, let me just check I'm coming through all right. If there's anyone here, good morning, or afternoon, I should say, on this lovely... Hi, Pete. Hi, Jono. Have you seen these videos, Jonathan, that have just come out by... Anyway, I basically shared it with you. Have a look. Police changing uniforms in the middle of the street, and then one of these apparent suicide bombers has khaki trousers on, identical to the police. Shane Howard, hey there. Right then, am I coming through clear? I am. Okay, good. I'm also, if I get any time left, I've got a few things to talk about anyway. Just keep me company. Hiya, Padwan. Afternoon, sir. Hiya, Mary. Afternoon, darling. Had a word with Nora yesterday. Congratulated her on her exceptional bravery. We have our Flat Earth investigator, guys. She actually got on a plane because it was bugging her so bad, and I was keeping on so bad about this Manchester Arena event. She went and had a look for herself. I had a look at my vlog yesterday. But Jonathan, who was there now in chat, Jonathan Roberts, said that he couldn't watch my video the other day, and I had 2 or 3 other people. Yeah, when I click the link, it comes on. Don't know what to make of it. Right, now, YouTube. Now, Dabu posted this morning, and you know Dabu, don't you? He's been around forever, haven't he, since YouTube been around. Now they are targeting YouTube and free speech. Now, apparently, these terrorists that don't really exist, that done this event, or whatever it is, that happened in London, okay? Apparently, they planned it using YouTube, Google Hangouts and the like. So these, the Babylon, who were not happy with me, by the way, have basically kept my videos for review. They say there's something wrong with them. Now, the only thing that's wrong with them is I'm not agreeing with mainstream media. There's no copyright. So either I've been flagged or they're just basically looking into my videos because the Manchester word is in there, or London Bridge, sorry. And the last 2 videos, so they're up for review. I've been hit, so I don't know if they're going to like try and murder my channel. All I need to do is start downloading all my over 400 videos, including my second channel, and put them all on my hard drive, 2 terabytes. I need to do a multi-grab because it's taking all my time. I've got about 40, and that's took all week to download them. If they murders my channel, I'm going to have to start all over and lose all of them hours of me on I won't like that. Now, apart from that, I go in to do my comments yesterday. Now, I do get a lot of comments, and I like to go through every comment. I like to read every comment. And some of them are like war and peace. Like war and peace. That long. So I go through my comments yesterday, and I check in my... and they're all gone. And they're all in my spam bin, held for review. And it says that a moderator has basically deleted all my comments and put them in held for review. So I never done that. YouTube haven't done that. YouTube said my moderator have done that. So I've got too many moderators. So what I've done is just cut my moderators down. Don't want to offend anyone. I just can't be dealing with, I don't know who's done my shit with my account. There was 50 of them. It took me like 20 minutes to get them back up. You know, to click them all, go through pages and pages of my comments. People to me to agree with them to go back on my comment stream. I don't want to be doing that. So that's just wasting my time. So I've gone basically into the mods and I've had a reset. The only ones on there are close friends. So that's Maddie in chat, Patricia Steer, Nathan Oakley, Doji Darker. That's it, I think. And Marshall. That's about it. That's it, I think. I'm not sure. Because I had about 20. Excuse me. No. Guys, got a problem. I was needed to take a sticky boot off my mother's foot. No. So, free speech, YouTube are reviewing any videos that have got the London or Manchester word in. I don't know if I can play them, but other people are telling me they can't play them. So I don't know what to make of it, okay? So be aware that YouTube is giving us a bad time. As anybody who is a content provider for YouTube, be aware. Now, Dabu is pretty shit hot on his warnings for a Globe person. Do you need help for a Globe person? So I think we should take heed. They are putting restrictions and they are going to basically censor us. There's something this week is obviously it was the London event. Okay, no, I'll touch upon that a little bit, and I have got so much. I've got so much data that have come my way. Everybody's been passing me links, and I pass them on to people like my friend PK Truth, my friend Russian Vids, so they can put it up on their channels. This information is just undeniable. It screams false flag. Now you've even got people like BP Earthwatch, who is a 100% global believer. You know, I've been sub to him for years. You know, he believes the satellites and stuff. So he's saying it's 100% psyop. But a video yesterday came my way where CNN literally talk about the event in London and say, and this is how the psyop is going down. They literally refer to the event in London as a psyop. Oh, a psyop from the ISIS standpoint or the government standpoint. They don't really say. Okay, it stinks. No. So they are. Theresa May this week said that we are not going to take it anymore. Things are going to have to change. Oh dear, I thought to myself, I know what that means. Things are going to have to change. It's not good. So Chinese style restrictions on our, that's next. They are going to watch us more and more and more. And I think because of what's been going on in the country, I'm not sure what you can say is okay anymore. There's no such thing as free speech, guys. There isn't. Just isn't. I can't say what I want. Otherwise, I'm possibly going to go to jail for speaking against them. Now, I'll go through a couple of them videos that have been passed my way. I'm not going to play them. I just want to show you the unbelievable face-smacked belief. You know, you look at them and you think, oh my God, this is 100% set up fake. Yeah, I've got so many people coming to me saying this shit's real. It's just unbelievable how the government have got everyone like that in their hands. On British television last night, they had this god-awful satanic concert in the middle of Manchester in the Old Trafford cricket ground, okay? They had fucking, excuse my language, but she makes me swear, Katy Perry. Now, Katy Perry is related to the Rothschilds. Did you know that? Now, Katy Perry's ex-husband is who? Russell Brand. And Russell Brand is a member of the Fabians. And if you don't know about the Fabians, Google them. Other members of the Fabian Party, the Labour leader, called, what's his name? Corden. I don't like him anyway because it looks like he's going to ask you for some money. He's got all rough shaven. He's the Labour leader. A homeless person. It's terrible. Anyway, that's besides the point. So a lot of evidence coming my way concerning Manchester and Liverpool. Now Nora, my friend, has taken some film, and she's basically got bullied for looking into the arena by 6 police officers who had circled her with guns and threatened her. She could have been easily shot. So this is what's going on. Okay, guys, trust them at your own peril. Okay, I am not having soldiers on the streets of Britain, and this is not something I'm easily lived with. Okay, I can't really deal with that. What's it saying? You think they're there to protect you? Not in my experience, guys. I've seen police that have bullied people. I've seen police that have robbed people, and I've seen police that have asked people, "Can I give you this kilo of weed so you can deliver it to somebody so I can bust them later?" They're all that corrupt, guys, and they're all like it. And if they are clean, well, then they're going to be bullied into being like it, because that's what it's about. CID, what's that? Criminal Intelligence Division. So they are police officers with criminal intelligence. So Dabu is probably spot on the money here. So we have to be on our guard with YouTube, and they are on me. I've had literally a copyright every week for the last couple of months. They're not happy with me, and I don't know why. I put a couple of poxy adverts, but I don't actually earn shit. I just do it in case one day one of my videos go viral. It's a joke. I seen a viral photograph today. Some guy cutting his grass with a ridiculously big tornado behind him. I don't know whether you've seen it. It's all over MSN today. But hello, 150-foot high hurricane next to you. It's gonna kill you. Let me show you the absurdity. Don't worry, they keep giving me fucking spam on this phone. I'm not really fussed on this phone anyway. Okay, let me carry on. Let me go a bit further. Now, before I screen share and show you these things later, okay, I'm just going to talk about a few other things first, okay? Now, there's all stuff happening in the arena at the moment. You could click on YouTube right now, and there would be a handful of Flat Earth live events. You've got Odd TV 24-hour. You've got Del right now. You've got Jamie Boy, or you've got other people all set up right now and have a hangout, and it's really cracking. Back 2 years ago, I used to have to wait till somebody wasn't, because there was only a couple of people actually doing this, because YouTube Hangouts was relatively new, and it was completely different dynamic. There was not that many, and now, woo, you can fill every one of these Hangouts with a lot of people. It's a really cool thing. Absolutely love it. It's been a rocky week for us. There's a lot of debate ongoing with the chat parties, but I did say my opinion on the chat parties. We should go gently. And plus, being a Martin creature, I don't really go with flow. I go with my flow, but I don't, how can I put it into words? I don't follow the sheep. I don't follow all people. I like to go my own individual way, which is why I'm a flat earther. I love the flat earth family, but we are all individuals working together. Okay, one big creature. We should be all together and planning really, really cleverly, because they are ramping it up, and we or some of us are making vlogs or live posts, and all they do is just go on about shit, and other people and Babylon are ramping it up and got soldiers on the street. Back to fucking sleep. Whatever. Now, the what I want to talk about quickly is the ball. The ball, they say, live on. Now, I get a lot of people watch me who are only new to Flat Earth. Now, I'm supposed to be on a radio show tonight at 1 o'clock in the morning, but Mr. O'Deed, he's right on my comments 2 days ago, but he hasn't got back to me. I said that basically, so I'm running this by you guys. Last time I run on my UK landline to America land. Now, it does say it's 5p a minute on a tariff, but I feel my phone bill's going to bed me. So I'm not really a wealthy man, broke. So I'm going to struggle. So I asked him, you have a vlog and a big studio, on fucking internet, proper podcast with a studio and lighting and speakers and shit. You are bound to have Hangouts and Sky. Any chance I could ring you on that and link a couple of my peeps up, and we could have a talk to you, because they want to do a comedy act ridiculing me, but obviously Flat Earth is not a comedy subject and it's real. Maybe, Tommy, you've done some research, eh? There's a penny drop. Oh dear. It's quite simple. Look, they're ball. Okay, I'm not going to talk about their orbital mechanics and say what speed's doing, but they say, folks, 1,000 miles an hour in the equator and 63,000 miles around the sun and 459,000 miles an hour around the galactic core, and on and on and on. So it's just ridiculous. Okay, ridiculous. If there was sound in a vacuum, and if there is vacuum up there, and if there was sound in a vacuum, this ball would be unbelievably noisy if it was a ball. Hang on. Now, they'll say there is no up or no down in space. It's relative, because basically there's no arrow, is there, pointing up, and there's no arrow pointing down. Space is non-directional because it's sort of space by nature, they say. Now, bear with me. Yeah, in their model, they set that axis, okay? Axis point X, right there. So the axis is hanging off of an invisible skyhook in space, okay? Their thing. And this is a 20 tilt, the Y. So you got X, and you got Y is their tilt. And the tilt is 23.5. Okay, 23.5 tilt. And therefore, they've set that model that there is an up and down in their model. Okay, north is up, south is down. So that means in their model that ships, 120,000 ton oil tankers, are hanging upside down on a ball. And they are saying, with their model, that trillions of tons of water are sticking on a spinning ball. That's okay. You've got no problem with that, have you? Or is it, oh dear, people who live in Australia land, are they falling off? The thing is, you see, I know they say there's gravity, but out of the four force, what the fucking hell is that? I'm sorry, but I got like about fucking 20 odd fucking pigs going past. And I'm not joking. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to check Wales Online a minute, because I'm not sure if something's happened in my city. You don't mind, do you guys? It's a really disgusting day in Wales today. It's pissing down with rain, and it's cold. And last week, I was boiling in the sun. So I hope you're all having a nice day. Let's have a good positive week. Loads happening. Anyway, I might be on that radio thing later. If you don't get back to me, I'm doing it. I can't afford these to ring America whimsically. I know I do it for the FE, but fuck me, I'm just wondering. I'm not going to lose my broadband now, am I? That'll be fun. I'll keep an eye on it, don't worry. So, Wales Online, just bomb scare. You know what they're like. And it comes up a word that I never said. It's really unusual, that, isn't it? Oh yeah, Wales Online. Wales Online. I'm going to share some stuff for you. We're going to look into, I watched Globebusters last night, and Morgile mentioned the Jordan Codices, or the Jordan Codex, 1,000-year-old lead books that were found in a cave in Jordan. They're supposed to be the biggest antiquity find since the Dead Sea Scrolls, but now they're saying they're a fake. But that's in contention. We'll look at them a little bit in a minute, because John Morgile brought it up, and I was like, yes, John, I know about it. Hands up, like a school kid in the classroom. Sure, I know about it. But Bob didn't know. So that was pretty cool. Anything happening in my city? No. Other news concerning bullshit psyops is the CNN was setting up, it's been put on a video today, a Muslim protest. There was a director, and he's telling the people, the Muslims, giving them a banner, telling positioning them. You've got the Shad behind them in London. So this is right in Vauxhall, and basically telling them what to say. So CNN set up protests, yet nobody thinks that's unusual. Okay. I'm not saying nobody. I know the flat earthers are pretty in tune with what's going on with these false flag events, but what you have to bear in mind is the end game. That's what you've got to bear in mind. Quite a good discussion about religion this morning. I don't want to go into it on here because it always gets me in trouble. But I don't go by cast iron words of books written by men. I just don't. Highly spiritual, you see. But these codexes are interesting, guys. I've just covered them in a little bit. They are versions of the ancient Kabbalah. As you know, the ancient Kabbalah is ancient Jewish mysticism, and a really, really strange version. And people like Madonna practice Kabbalah based on the tree of life, and they got a different version of the Big Bang. It's not the Big Bang. They say that consciousness existed first, so they got that right, and it was in a housed container, and it wanted company. Really unusual sort of version, creation story has Kabbalah, but intriguing. Ancient Jewish mysticism is in these tablets, which are proved apparently to be a fake. We'll go into that. I don't think they are, but now let me just have a look in chat, see if there's anyone actually here. Yeah, but 39 people. Hello, people. I hope you're all right today. I had to crank one up because, being compromised by YouTube, they could take me out. Hi, Leslie, Patricia, and William the Conqueror. Yes. Have you seen them staging the London Bridge event? Well, yes, because the police officers, Wilhelm the Conk, are changing into khaki bottoms, and it's been caught on film, and then you'll see this apparent suicide, get that suicide bomber, a pretending one, which everyone is already regarding as a suicide bomber, even though he never had a bomb. Funny that, isn't it? He's got khaki trousers on, exactly the same as these undercover police officers. Really unusual. There's so much coming out, and I'm really chuffed that Nora Noonsflower went to Manchester so she could, eyes on the ground. We need to know. Morning, John Watson. Morning, Cherry Drop. And morning, Spec. Good to see you again, brother. I'm glad you could pop by. I was over Dells for a bit, but I thought, well, I got my own stuff to do. Basically not into that sort of thing. Not really, not today. I'm thinking good, positive things for the community is what I'm thinking. Not like devoting my time to talking about anything other than good flat earth stuff and evidence and proof. Okay. Now, I'll talk about these codices first, and then I'll finish off in Manchester if you don't mind. They are really interesting, these codices. I've looked into them for 3 years. I think they were discovered in 2011. So they're a recent discovery, but it's the story that they tell. Apparently there's a decryption. Apparently there's an image of Jesus Christ in there, and these are from the time. And apparently this is the first or the earliest reference to Christ available on the plane. Now, I know that's not true. I know they have earlier references, but they put them under lock and key in the Vatican Archive. Now, the Vatican Archive, if you don't know about it, is the biggest hermetically sealed library on earth. It is, I think it was something like 20 odd square miles of underground vaults for books and artifacts, warehouses. Now, I know when you go through these doors into the library and you've got these large halls which go on forever, but it goes down. It's multi-layered. It goes down underneath. And the place is vast. If you look at the size of it, and that's only what they're telling you, there's more. And what is in the Vatican Archive? Well, I'll tell you what's in there. Every suppressed invention, every idea, every artwork, or anything that does not fit with their globe model. Now, with these codices, it seems to me that it's been laced in with helio worship, and they've tried to call it. You'll see now, there's a bit of a story to this. I can't go into it too deeply, but if you are interested in the Jordan codices, I know Jonathan Morgar was. Look into it for yourself. It's a hell of a story, guys. Really, really wondering what's going on with it. I've got to be honest. Just going to share screen a second. Hope you just like hanging out with Martin for an hour on a Monday, a wet, miserable Monday in Britain. Thank you for coming anyway, guys. It's good to see you. Jordan codices, or the Jordanian codices, are a collection of codex allegedly found in a cave in Jordan, and first published in, there you are, March 2011. I was right. More, please, hang on, guys. That's another meat wagon. Shit, that's 6. What's going on? Something's up. Right, I've got to keep an eye on that, guys. A number of scholars, and in November 2012, regional BBC News investigation had pronounced them fakes. So this is from the BBC. Now, of course, we can trust the BBC. In December 2016, a radioactivity antiquity test performed in the University of Surrey's Ian Beam Centre confirmed the old age of the lead used, but not inscription. As of 2017, both Israeli Antiquities Authority and Jordanian's Archaeological Department regard them as forgeries. So the Israelis say that they're forgeries, and the Jordanians say that they're forgeries. Intriguing, eh? Now, so these lead tablets have just turned up recently with the words of ancient Kabbalah, a symbol of Jesus Christ. But you get down to here, now there are people, this Elkington, who works at the Beam Centre, who done the carbon dating, or the radioactive carbon dating, who said that these things were ancient lead, but the inscriptions were more recent. Well, Elkington still maintains the codices are credible and are 2,000-year-old. Okay, so there are members of antiquity which indeed say that these are genuine, and there are the governments of Jordan and Israel have said that there's not anything in it. Well, I'm sorry, but I think for that reason alone, well, police, that's number 7. Oh shit, there's something going down. You don't have 7 police cars going somewhere if there's nothing happening, guys. Okay, maybe it's just an upset person in my area this morning. Anyway, it says here in April 2011, yes, called in question Jesus' image on a tablet, stating it looked a great deal like the image of Helios, also found on ancient coin. Very intriguing. So there's a distinction there that they can't say whether it's Jesus Christ's image or Helios's image. There's an overlap there from paganism into Christianity right there. So I believe that there is something in this, and I believe that they just hide the evidence. They sweep it under the carpet. So here's what the Jordanian lead codices look like. Now, I'm not sure what they're bound with, but I have a distinct feeling that they would be leather. It would have to be something after 2,000 years, non-perishable. There's only a few in there, though. Apparently, this is a star chart on here. The metal reveals sacred cosmic numbers of 3, 5, 7, and 1. Oh, wow. So that's the Pleiades, Hades, and Orion. That's really intriguing. Really intriguing, in fact. And there's your Cabal Tree of Life again, and more wandering stars. 2, 3. There's going to be clues to the flat Earth in here. I should dig deeper. Trying to get there are only a few that they publish. You see, you can't see them all. Well, this is obviously that thing you see in Israel, but they all lined up with the Pleiades. Now, when I look at the Pleiades, which is just basically a gathering of stars directly overhead in the UK. Now, if I get a good set with my binoculars or my zoom camera, I can see I've counted 11 stars in the Pleiades cluster, because Pleiades is not a one star, it's 7 stars or 11 stars I've counted. They say 7, I've counted 11. They're binary stars, apparently spinning one another, but are they? See, to me, they're just like, and being as there's the absence in parallax and all these ancient things, depict the stars in exactly the same place where they are now. And considering we're supposed to be like, 32 times the speed of a bullet through infinite space, the parallax would change probably daily, wouldn't it? Yeah, that is beautiful. Whatever it is, these are the Jordan Codex, and they find these. Apparently, they were found in a cave, but we have no evidence that it's true. And there's a depiction of somebody there. It looks very Jesus-like. Now, I've looked into the Turin Shroud in the past, and I'm very intrigued with the Turin Shroud, guys. I really am. It does indeed look, there's a man on there that's been crucified, and it does look like Jesus, but they tell us what it looks like. So I'll do a little bit digging further into it. I think there's something in that too. The existence of Christ, well, apparently the existence of Christ, they've said is a fake. It's not. It's Helios. Anyway, they're all fake. Now, you'd think if they'd found an early description or an early image of Jesus, that they would basically reveal it. They would take it into a giant, I don't know, picture frame or something, and take it off into St. Peter's Square, and all of the Christian world would turn up and probably be hooting and crying or whatever. So there's something wrong there. It's bound in what looks like copper pegs. So this is how the codices came. Really intriguing, guys. Look into it a bit further for yourself if you are interested, of course. It gives you, when you go into these subjects like the codices, the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Ark of the Covenant, or any of these subjects, it sends you down a rabbit hole, and it's all connected to the flat Earth, because you will see flat Earth symbology pretty much everywhere. JP, Jet Propulsion, or Jordan Pie Codex is interesting. Ooh, that's a Jesus, but that's the decryption there, the picture of Jesus there, guys, apparently. Oh, they're thinking it's Helios. There's a picture of Jesus, and they think that could be Jesus. And if it is, it's the earliest evidence of Jesus' existence, but they've said it's a fake, so they don't want you to know. So that's kind of them, isn't it? So, stop sharing that. Very interesting, guys, very interesting. I only done it because basically John Morgan was brought it up on Globebusters last night. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I don't know about that. Maybe I should bring it to the peeps. So, what is going on in the world, guys? What is going on with these ancient artifacts or supposed ancients? Why do they suppress them and hide them or say that they're fake? Hey, people, good day to you. Am I lagging? No, cool. So, yes, as I said yesterday, we have a happy meet coming up in 2017, the Flat Earth Meet of 2017, which should be pretty damn good. I'm looking forward to that, actually. I could do with I got about 3-4 more links here for things about Manchester. It's pouring my way. Oh, my God. No, Manchester. Sorry, London. London Bridge. Now, the evidence is coming thick and fast, and this seems to be the worst one of all of them, if I'm honest with you guys. The worst. What I mean is they're not really hiding what they're doing. Sing, sing, sing. Yeah, so they had this really rubbish concert in Manchester last night, and they had Liam Gallagher, who is basically well past his sell-by date. He's just like a plump, middle-aged old man who come on the stage and sung, basically, I'm not a rock and roll star, like that. Really sad. I think he knew that he was rubbish by the look on his face. Also, Katy Perry, as I said, Rothschild, Taylor Swift. Ooh, 2 seconds, guys. Message you. I have a message, and I will relate to you. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's just a message coming in. Like I say, if anyone ever needs me, martinleaker7gmail.com. Apparently, it says here, Karen Pitatat, which I can never pronounce, coming soon. Hang out with Max Sargent, Santa Spanucci, Dave Murphy, Darren Nesbitt, and Oliver Ebenezer. I don't know who that is, if I'm honest. Oliver Ebenezer, okay. So that should be bloody interesting, guys, don't you think? Jungle Surfers obviously pulling this apart as well, this Manchester staged event. Let me just show you this. CNN staging basically Muslims to protest, because you're going to have to ask yourself, why do this, guys? Obviously we know, but I mean, if you're fast asleep and you think, oh, this shit's real, I mean, yes, this all happened the other night when I was on an event with Patricia and Nathan, and it came up on our phones. Patricia was there. I knew straight away something dodgy with this, but not to this extent. It's the worst one, yes, worse than Times Square. It's worse than London Bridge. So there's the director. You know, director, guys? I'm not going to give you volume. I don't want to be copyrighted. I don't think he would. So director's giving them cards and telling them what to do. You are. Make sure you look as pitiful as possible, little child. Got to get them heartstrings going, you know? Okay. I think I've seen enough of that. That's just set up. Sing, sing, sing. So as you can see, I wonder how much they pay him. 20 quid a day each, maybe. And look at that anchor woman. Nothing going on here. Completely normal. Of course, they all know. Oh, that's disgusting. There's nothing worse than a female scratching her butt. I really hate that on a woman, especially on film. Really, any need. Fuck, that's put me right off. You didn't see that, didn't you, guys? Or was that just my imagination? God. So they set up a protest, and what other sinful shit that they done? It's really bad, this one, guys. There's one here where the police officers are changing uniform in the street. Oh god, I've lost it now. I've got so many videos saved. It's unbelievable. PK Troops, the man though. He's the man with the troops. Very awesome, it's PK. But One Touch Flat Earth. I noticed on a vlog today, our friend Joe Rogan is going on about basically the fisheye lens. Posted today. I think it might have been Max Sargent. Someone like that posted it today. I want to catch up on it a bit later. So cops changing gear. Now, I'm not sure if this is like some ordinary the police would practice on their terrorist stuff. There's another police car belting past me. That's the number. I've lost count. Right. This is one of PK Troop's videos, guys. What you see here. I just want to say, I downloaded some software yesterday, guys, and it made cool videos where I can share screen and stuff, and it comes out really clear and that, and scroll through, but you don't see me. I've done it on Screamo-matic, and I made a video yesterday. It was really good, but I didn't put it out because I'd already put too many videos out. So they're changing into uniforms of khakis in the middle of the street. But I know what a person to believe this thing. Oh yeah, they have to be ready to fight the battles. They have to have their uniform on. So they took the uniform with them, did they? They had all these uniforms all folded up, ready in a van. The quartermaster came with them, did he? Set them all up. Wow, there's efficiency, guys. Yeah, that is really sinister, guys. I'm sorry. This guy here, right? So apparently, this is the moment when the guys got shot, the apparent stabbers. Now, this guy is wearing identical khaki trousers to what the police were just seen putting on. We go back here. You'll see this guy in the front, and he's putting a pair of khaki trousers on, almost identical. Where can I see it? There. This guy here. Stop. Okay. This guy here has got khaki trousers on. He just popped them on, and they are identical because it's such a small world that he got the same khakis on as the terrorist guy, the apparent terrorist guy. So this terrorist guy is apparently been shot, but obviously there's no blood or guts or anything. Khakis that police were just changing into. And across his middle are all canisters, which they apparently analysed within 2 minutes flat, told you that they weren't bombs. They're apparently maybe baked bean tins or something, but it's still already out there. Up here, this is another guy apparently has been shot again. So when all of this gun battle and these 50-odd bullets that are being shot at that time, how is there a guy there with a camera exactly? Wouldn't he get out of there with 50 bullets being shot? Because so many were released by the police. 50. Yeah. So that was conveniently leaked. Any pictures of said dead bodies? Any pictures of anything criminal happening except for this, which looks pretty criminal to me. There's a human being laying on the floor here with something around his waist and a pair of police trousers on, because the police were just putting them on, unless they all shop in the same shop in London, which I very much doubt because it's London. Okay. Sorry. That's the guy there's got the same trousers. So they're changing the same trousers as the terrorist dude got, guys. Okay. Whatever. So I noticed Alt News covered it last night as well. A few people are covering this, if I'm honest, which is good news. Good news for Martin, because I'm definitely trying to bust this up, and I wish to God, that's what alarms me, people not waking up and just buying a narrative, even though it's as crummy as it is. Still no pictures, still no evidence. Same Manchester, it's already out of the consciousness. Nobody's actually asking now, because they've gone on with this bloody London event. Oh, let's have a think about what's happening this week. Steady on now, guys. Bilderberg, yeah, this week. Yeah, there's a coincidence, isn't it? General election, Thursday. Yeah, general election, Bilderberg, and this London thing going off. So we don't think about the general election or what's happening in Bilderberg now. So thousands aren't going to Bilderberg now to protest like they did with, Alex Hicks, so to speak. So, do you think that's real? That nebula? Loads of little dots in the sky? So do you think the sun is 3 million miles away? Do you think that it's so far away that we managed to go round it only in 365 days because we are going so fast, right? But if the sun was to explode, it would take 8 minutes for us to know anything about it. Oh, really? 8 minutes. So the sun blows up, 8 minutes time, we'll know about it. Okay. Dear, oh dear. I can see the sun's close. I can see that it's local. It's just there, isn't it? When you're in the height of summer, when you're laying down under the sun and you're looking at the sun, what comes into your mind? Christ, that sun's close. Because it is. You can see it is. And what it is, I couldn't possibly imagine. Oh, the moon. The moon doesn't look right at all. Now, I don't know what's happening with that radio thing. He's probably, I don't really know, shit out. I don't know. He should have got back to me. But all I said is, couldn't I just go on Hangouts or Skype? You'd think, wouldn't you? I can ring on Skype. There's telephone numbers, doesn't it? But it won't give me a Skype. This is my latest, just my brain. I'm actually in a room talking to myself in reality. God, I had some horrible comments this morning. Worse than the comments for the Manchester event, pray tell. Honestly. But do you think I care? No, I don't. Got to get the truth out, guys. The truth about the flat earth and the truth about the basically ongoing possible Illuminati takeover. I don't even know what's happening, really, guys. It just seems there's an evil presence, an evil force in the world. And, I got to put things into perspective on what my experience is. And my experience is society's in a really bad way. The division between peoples is really bad in my area now. Last week, I said before, I seen a Muslim guy crossing the road 2 days after or day after the Manchester event. Car drives past and the boy shouts, "Bang!" I thought, really? That guy's done nothing. He just got out of his car. What are you just going to pick on one guy because the newspaper told you to? Yeah. So I'm on the coconut water. It's absolutely excellent. I have it for pretty much anything coconutty. Also on these, as I told you before, the Parma violets, guys, but if you look here on the ingredients, this is just an alternative health tip from Martin, and it works. All it is in these is natural sugars, modified starch, glucose syrup, anti-canking agents, and a magnesium carbonate. No E's, so that's like real strong trace of magnesium. Get them down, you guys. We're all deficient on that, and probably vitamin C. So how breatharians manage to live on no food whatsoever is completely beyond me, because the rest of us, not enough calcium in our body, and we get little white things on our nails, or vitamin C deficiency, we get bleeding gums or some scurvy type ailment, So it's all mine. So I really know it's mine. But this is the sickest thing I see. I'll go into what they're up to with the social programming now, just to touch upon it, because not everybody knows. Now, cigarettes. Now, they will sell them to you, no problem whatsoever, the cigarette companies, okay? So they don't care if you give them money, but they put that on the front. What is it? Oh, I don't know. Looks like something rude, doesn't it? Apparently, it's a tracheotomy, okay? But they don't exactly look like that, because my partner has tracheotomy and it's healed up. They don't leave them open like that. But so that there is a subliminal message. That's gone into the person's psyche, and now the mind is expecting to have that happen through cigarettes. So what they're doing here is they're selling you the cigarettes, and they want you to subliminally die. They know how this shit works. Okay, they know how it sits in a psyche. They know how it works, and I think it's disgusting. Cigarette companies are disgusting. Something should be done about that. That is just... Where's the make of the cigarette anyway? Oh yeah, there. A little tiny word there. The rest is just puke. More, please. Do you want to see? Loads more, please. I don't know. Keep an eye on this, guys. Now, programming the public is quite an easy thing to do, guys. Today, it's the best thing ever. They got television, radio, newspapers, all run by, if you get down to the nitty-gritty, say 6 families, isn't it? You got the Murdochs and all of them different groups, but they're all based on 6 families at the end of the day. Now, they're all playing the same narrative, and they all want the same thing. They all got the same thing in sight, okay? And we are not involved. They don't want us even included in their plans. We're here to basically work for them, earn them money, and die. And shut the fuck up in the interim period, okay? Don't talk. Just work. Don't talk. Go home. Watch telly. Drink. Watch sport. That's your treat on a Saturday. You can watch men run around a muddy field kicking a ball. If you're a good person, that'd be the best thing all weekend. And then you can get drunk and make your insides more disgusting than they already are, because booze is a killer. And then you can go back to work Monday and do it all over again for, we'll give you 50 years of that, okay? And then when your health's all fucked, then you die. Thanks. It's a good deal, isn't it, guys? Yeah, I'm playing. So, yeah, I know it's the way of the world. Programming has been out a long time for the public. I've showed you this before. It's one of my earliest books, Punch, right? But it's from the mid-1850s. At this time, it's before the American Civil War. It's before the Crimean War. In fact, at this time, no electricity is around. You've got steam trains have only just come around. The London Underground is just under construction. Steamships have just come out. Industrial Revolution is, 70 years before. The whole world is basically without any electric, okay? These are the mindset of these people of this day. But their society is comical, it's very clever, and it's laced with fear. Exactly the same as today. They've been doing this game. So the people who run this, I've showed this before, it's 1855, it's early. But when you go through it, it's beautiful paper. Because it didn't have electric, you see. A thick sort of weird paper. So they will give you brainwashing. Let me show you one example of brainwashing. So imagine you're a person in 1850. Well, there's a part in here about the Crystal Palace and the exposition, and I forgot to search. I'm going to read it. I have it on a time. But it was up and running when this book was out. There's also a piece about Jumping Jack. If you know about Jumping Jack, apparently terrorised the streets of London for something like 50 years in the Victorian era. This guy, apparently, when he was being chased, there's another name for him, Spring-Heeled Jack. Apparently had the ability to spring and jump over a house, Spring-Heeled Jack. Apparently he had red eyes and used to knock people's doors and say, "Can I come in?" A bit like them Black-Eyed Children, but in a Spring-Heeled Jack sort of way. If you haven't seen him, look into it. Spring-Heeled Jack terrorised London for 50 years. Nobody knows who he was. There are theories out there. I think he was a duke or something. He lived out in the country. Now, brainwashing. As like QPs, they would show you a British soldier and what they think of as the savages or anyone that's not us. Okay? Mindset of the day. I know. So they go into hate for countries. Now, the people who write in this in 1850, they're fully aware of what they're doing. They know that everyone is going to be reading this, and it will go in, and then the people will feel, oh right, should I be afraid of this German enemy or this Russian enemy? Or so it works. It goes in. Anyway, they invade Russia or money for Munchausen. So it's Baron Munchausen. This is how early this book is. Programming. Yeah, I know. Basically, I got people asking me questions, and I can't really go and help, but I will. 2 secs, please. Sorry, guys, just leave me. I know I'm live. Right, much longer. So that's my opinion. Now, this London thing is not over with, guys. Okay, Thursday this week is the general election. Okay, so something will happen coming up to then, but not a terrorist attack per se. Something else. Can't really put into words. They're not going to do a terrorist attack this week because they're still going to go ahead with the election. Okay, so that is my theory. I called this last one and I called the one before. You know, it's not difficult to do when you can work it out, and it's a pattern, a clear pattern. And you can see which ways this is going. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Teen. Hi, Di. Hi, Critical Thinker. Good name, Critical Thinker. You are a critical thinker. What else is happening in my chat stream? Yeah, it was good of Nora yesterday to do that. I'm really pleased Nora went to the arena in Manchester to try and have a look at things, but basically was intimidated and bullied. That should say it all, really, shouldn't it, guys? So how was the Civil War hoax? Well, I'm not saying it was exactly a hoax, that per se. I think that there were set piece, but they're portraying that every battle was Napoleonic battle by size, hundreds of thousands aside, and they're giving casualty figures of tens of thousands in some battles, thousands in others, but all the photographs only show you at most a dozen, and they look like dummies. In fact, they are. So that, and the fact that Gardner, the official war photographer, admitted that he set up all his photograph screams there's something wrong, doesn't it? So I'm not just checking it out there whimsically. I think there's good reason to think that it was not happening the way we think it happened. We weren't there. And these places where these battles were happened, you know, like the Wilderness or Shiloh, these were out in places. There weren't cities and people in these places, so there were not a lot of people seeing what's going on. And they had the only 2 photographers, the government. So except for pencil drawings, which tell very little. And I've got a book from Canton who shows you a book full of pencil drawings. It shows you nothing, and that's it. So yes, I think that it was a hoax also to build up the military complex for Lincoln, who had a deal that he'd signed in the 1860s with the armaments minister at the time, whose name was don't know, begin with W. Can't remember. So yeah, there's a lot in that. I think it's a definite. Love the hat. Yeah, it's flat Earth. I go out and I get a lot of stares. Police don't like it. Don't know why. Police don't like flat Earth. Really strange. I wonder why. You ever seen this film? Fucking psyop that is. Hey, Authentic Intent. I really like your interviewing. I watched one last night. And this girl who's standing on the corner, you're trying to be really friendly to her, and she takes a photograph of you. And she's like recording you. And you like really politely say to her, "When you're photographing me, I'm only asking you a simple question. I'd rather not talk about it right here." So she don't want to talk about it, but she's holding the camera at you. I didn't like that, mate. But you've done really well. Authentic Intent, guys, is in chat now. Subscribe to his channel, guys. This guy's out there doing it. How are you today? What's on my mind? What's on my mind is obviously the ongoing events with the government. My news is a mess. My city's a bit edgy. Something's going on. I'm thinking about peace and love and taking this into a clear, positive direction, because a lot of people come to me. I've had a couple of friends this morning. Not everyone is as positive as me. They seem to think that there's things to be scared of. No, there's nothing scared of, because God's here, and he's got a really cool way of looking out for us. I can assure you of that. Okay? Yeah. V for Vendetta was apparently, obviously Guy Fawkes was a member of the Jesuits, and the whole film, you got this guy in there called, he's an actor called Stephen Fry, famous British homosexual with HIV, and he's got these artifacts from a previous civilization, namely our books from our time. It's only in the immediate future, and everybody uprises against the powers that be following this Jesuit. But when you look into it, this film is heavily laced by them again. The ideal's there, but there's no truth in it. There's not atom of truth, and the truth is the flat Earth. Okay, can't have water upside down on a ball. They say there's an up or down. They set the model. I didn't make this shit up. Okay, flights. No, as you know, I'm not going to go on about gyros. They mess my head up. But the dip in the nose. No, if that's spinning at that incredible speed, and I take off from New York and I'm flying east, and the ball is also flying east at 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm doing a speed of 500 miles an hour, what speed am I really doing? Not only that, if there obviously there's not a Coriolis effect. I don't want to talk about the ball carrying on behind you, but go northward over this ball, maybe the anomalous flight that goes over the North Pole, and the plane would have to would basically steer to port every, say, 2 minutes to account for the 1,000 mile an hour turn of the ball, but they never do that. He would have to dip his nose every minute or two, otherwise he's just going to fly off into outer space, but he never does that. And as he flies up to the North Pole, the ball's still spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, he comes over the North Pole of their ball, and he heads south to, say, India, and he heads south, but the ball now is coming up behind him. So where is he exactly? When he's lost, isn't he? He doesn't exactly exist anywhere. So that's why this flight will never happen. You know, they say they're going to have flights over the Arctic Ocean. They lead us to think planes cannot fly over Arctic places. Well, that's bullshit, because I got a 1932 magazine up there of the Ellesmere expedition, and they fly a good bit over the Antarctica Peninsula, which is there, that bit, and then they get 2 British ships to come and rescue them. This is in 1932 because of the extreme temperatures. So they tell you that there's nothing can fly over there. Okay, well, let's have a think about that for a second. Now, when you fly up in a plane, you get to 30,000 feet. It's going to be around 20, 30 below zero. You get up to around 50,000 feet, it's going to be 50 below. Now, if you're 50,000 feet above Texas or the desert, it's still going to be 50 below zero. And if you're 50,000 foot above Antarctica, it's still going to be 50 below. You know, these don't get like, because they're apparently it's cold down here, a dramatic rise when you get up out into the troposphere, where you get this dramatic temperature drop the higher you go. Is exactly the same on Antarctica as it would be on the desert, because there is no temperature variation on this apparent band that's high above us in the troposphere, which remains a constant whatever, minus 45, higher again, minus 70, into outer space, absolute zero, they say. Okay, bear that in mind for a second, guys. Okay, so they can fly a plane at 40,000 foot. They can fly a plane at 72,000 feet. They can fly a plane over the Himalayas. They can fly a plane over Mount Everest. That's cool. So they're telling us they can't fly planes over Antarctica, but they are. They're flying, you see pictures of Hercules coming in, don't you? Hercules bombers landing at McMurdo. Transporter planes landing in McMurdo. You see these large US transporters dropping diplomats in Antarctica, don't you? So planes are landing there. Yeah, they would tell you that you can't go and go from Cape Town, fly directly across the entire Antarctica continent and land in Christchurch, New Zealand. These do not exist. They try to make out that there's some in the Southern Ocean skimming across, but no. Oh wow, guys, I just had something I gotta tell you. I forgot. I'm full of shit on my Glove Avenger. Well, you're full of fucking band, brother. Fuck off, wank. Excuse my language, guys. Anyway, yesterday I want you to look for yourself, right? Thrive and Survive. I don't know whether you've seen it. Anybody seen it? Thrive and Survive. Yeah, I know it's funny, John. I know I'm funny. Right, so Thrive and Survive posted yesterday, and it was basically some lady. I don't know too much about her. She's only posted. It was her first video, right? And she found this old book from 1958, and it's concerning Operation High Jump. You know, the Admiral Byrd's expedition. Anyway, in this book, listen to me now, guys. Look for it for yourself, but a link in the descriptions box. It's a biggie, this. In this book, one paragraph, it says, and when you get out to the 80th latitude line, there is a dome at 37,000 foot. That's what it says in this book. Look at it on Richie's Thrive and Survive. I'll put it in the descriptions box. You need to see this. It's mind-blowing. It definitely does say it, and why would it say it if there's no dome? It tells you about certain statistics to do with their supposed continent. And then it says, and then you get between the 80th and the 90th latitude line, which is basically right at the very extremities of their ball, right down there. And they say that there's a dome at 37,000 feet. And it's in this book, which is mind-blowing. That's not a misprint, guys. That's a deliberate sentence to put in there. I'll put it in the description box, okay? Really interesting, eh, guys? I know, I seen it last night. I thought, wow, this is the first actual reference in a book about the dome. Well, I know Dio don't believe in books, but there are little bits of truth. And I know you go down a certain avenue of inquiry, and basically you hit a brick wall with everything. But considering they took all the books and they burnt them, and they give us and they took the master copies, which are in the Vatican archive, and we have a replacement copy with tiny bits of truth, and the rest is bullshit, or big bits of truth that's been perverted and twisted, like the Battle of Borodino. All right. So there are some elements of truth, but I think every bullshit in my life. I think you're dead right there. Books are bullshit. But having said that, I do love literal work. Global Avenger Strikes Back, fucking scummy cunt. Well, you're going to keep going back for more socks. It's like I'm pretending, though I don't know who you are. It's like we're all pretending. But it's not Gem Panda, is it? Because I was with you 2 days ago in Patricia's show. I'm not going to come and attack near you. So, yeah, it's programming. Toys, all programming. Not as bad as the television, though. That's my advice. Put your telly out in the bin. You don't need it. It's all on you if you need it anyway on your computer. Not only that, you can save on your television license. Woo. Martin ain't no junkie. No, I'm not. I just have split, and I don't have nothing else. I'm actually a bit of a keep fit sort of person. Yeah, it's better than heroin and crack cocaine and other drugs that are on in America, which you don't have here, like that meth stuff. But you know, a lot of the youths and the people who live in my community are in a terrible state, and it's heartbreaking to see my community destroyed by drugs. Do I have any mod? I had to dump them all yesterday, Authentic Intent. Some of my, one of my mods had taken all my comments and put them in my spam bin. I'll make you a moderator there, boyo. Thanks. Refresh, Authentic, if you would, please. So I had to dump them all. The only ones left now is just basically Nathan Patricia, that's it. One more, I think. Doge, because he's a monk. He's a Buddhist and he wouldn't do anything nasty. A lot of junkies, Martin's not one. No, I'm not one, and I don't care what people say anyway. I don't care. Listen, I don't really care. I had some guy slagging me off to shit on my comments this morning, calling me a lousy this and a lousy that. Oh, yeah, Barry. Refresh, man. So I look on his channel, like you always do, obviously, every single time, without a doubt. 0 subs, but he's got a couple of videos he's been looking at. One of them was something that was basically what a woman would look at. Another one was a childish computer game. And the other one was too brain dead to even go. So this guy's completely brain dead with no subs, and he comes in slagging me off. Every single one of them with abuse. I've got no subs because they're completely cowards. So I take care, off to work. All right, Spec, easy how you go. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Peace and love, and I'll see you when you get back. Okay? Good to see you back on the scene. I knew you was working and you was on doing your thing. See you, Spec, to brother. Well, I ain't hanging around, guys. I can't be on here all day. I've got stuff to do, and I'm hungry, and I've been out. Thanks for coming and visiting me. So we looked at the codexes. I've expanded a bit upon this, what I think is a hoax in London. I would like to think, I don't want to be like thinking that anyone thinking I'm a monster. There's people being killed here. Is there? Okay, show me these people getting out and stabbing these people. It's the most cameraed place on earth, guys. There is cameras on every single lamppost in that area. It's 2 minutes from the Shad. London has more cameras than the whole east coast of London. This is on film. We can't see it. Same as the foyer in Manchester, same as Times Square, except for, when it's actually the one in Times Square, the car's crashed on the bollard, and this guy's running across the crossing completely unnaturally, waving his hands, and there's a silver-haired guy, just Johnny on the spot, as Avi would say, walking in front of him across the crossing, and in the next photo, this silver-haired guy is behind the guy in New York with a gun, and he's under arrest, got him under arrest, and he's got one of these I'm an Agent Matrix thing in his ears. I'm an Agent Smith in his ears. So, more police. Oh, another 2 police and an ambulance. I don't know. Maybe we should check on Wales Online, Mary, see what we think. Well, has anything happened? It's not a bomb scare. We don't have things like that. But no thought it was very brave yesterday, considering she's from Dublin and the lady's Irish. Yeah, Walls have ice cream too. And she's Irish, so she could have been thought of as being like a member of certain terrorist organisations that come up with that country, if you know what I mean. Because apparently Brexit has made the IRA rearm. Apparently, because Ireland is a part of Europe, and when Brexit comes and we pull out of Europe, then that's going to isolate Ireland all the more. And as you know, they struggled. They were in a real good position after the first went into Europe, and then the Euro sort of got them round the throat, and then they were struggling, and they're still struggling. So they don't want this. This Brexit is possibly a disaster for my country, but it's all just a step closer to this new world order as Britain moves closer to America and further away from Europe. This is exactly what's happening. Trump, is he a good man? Is he opposing the new world order? Well, I don't know. He's pulling out of this climate change because he seems to think the same as the people who know about climate change. Other things that really niggle me about him, I don't really know. Time will tell. Yeah, ice cream. I got an ice cream there. I'm going to have a Cornetto now. I do not endorse that product though. One Cornetto. Right, I'm going to go, guys. I've been keeping you long enough. I don't know what else is happening. I know Del Boy's on. I know Odd TV's on. I go there pretty often. Now, in the descriptions box, I'm going to put this link. ISO. I got this link, right, of stabbings in Cardiff. I got this link of Mr. One Princess, Isipri, who is Randall Cochrane. And he sent me a link for 1,700 images, which are a massive collection of flat earth maps, azimuthals and the like, heart maps, because he's the purveyor of the heart map, some funny stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll put the link in. All you do is click it and just download this. 1,700 cool, as fuck, I mean really cool, guys. So I'm sure you'll be happy with them. I'll put it in the descriptions box with Thrive and Survive, because you want to see that. It says about the dome at 37,000 foot, which is really intriguing to me. Dome. I'll put that in the descriptions box. I don't want to forget that. Stabbing, I'm looking now, Ian. We can have some real-time live news from British. Right. The news is... Oh, hang on. I've got to do this first. Today in Cardiff, there was a stabbing. I'll tell you now, guys. Let's see if it's terrorist. I don't know. We've had about 7, 8 police cars and a couple of ambulances. So let's see if it's this made up thing. I want to say, I know people, I've had a couple of arguments with people or debates. People seem to think that ISIS is an actual terrorist organization and independent. Now, Google or go on YouTube and look at Hillary Clinton talks about ISIS. Now, if you are in the Globe camp and you believe politicians and shit, then you're going to believe her, aren't you, and her evil ways. And she says that we trained them, we earned them, they're ours. Okay, Shimite. So ISIS under the pay of CIA. Okay, or possibly the royal Saudi family, or all, because they're all in the same camp, guys. I don't see no stabbing here, Mary. Are you sure? CIA, they're criminals too. So listen, anybody in power, in a position of power, they don't go in there because they don't sit there and think to themselves, I want to do something good for humanity. I want to do something good today. Like myself, from the moment I got up, I spent the first 4 or 5 hours of my day making sure everybody in my family or in my life that I love is okay, fed, and everything else that they need, money and the like. 3 people taken to hospital as armed police deal with the reported stabbing in Cardiff Cemetery. Okay, it's not terrorist, but 2 secs, this could be up there, in Western. What's the problem in it dying? What's going to happen? Like, say in the future when I die, which will, because apparently it's inevitable, even though I'm eternal and my spirit lives forever. But they're going to want to do this like religious burial thing on me, isn't they? They're going to want to put me in a wooden box. They're going to want to wash me off. They're going to have me in front of some vicar who's potentially going to be a child molester, by the fucking way. And I don't even dig that stuff. It's all really spooky. I'm in the box. I can't really say, can I have a look under that altar and see what's under there, please? Can I? No. So is it, could Jill, lovely brother, I thought, yes. So this is my local cemetery in Ely, where I live in Cardiff. It is, yeah. That's the entrance. Done a bit of work in there on stonemasonry. And I got a good few friends buried in there and family. I'll probably end up in there too. So will you, Matt? Happy days. Yeah, it's in Ely, Matt. Of course it's in Ely. Stabbings. I can get the bike and go up now. No, I won't. That's outside my house. By there. My house is on the news again. So as you can see, Martin is always in the thick of the action. Where I like to be. Okay. So that's what I'm doing with my flat earth business. I've been thinking, right, guys, when I started out, I had a specific way of doing my vlogs, which was showing you, hey, mate, I'll get back to emails in a minute. I got a load like that I got to get through. I was showing you old books, old maps, and talking and things like that. Obviously, I've learned a lot more about computers since then and software and the like, and I can actually make like really cool videos if I chose, but I don't really want people thinking, oh, Martin's getting posh. Oh, he's not old Martin like we used to like. So I'm keeping on still doing my stuff that I'm doing now, but I'm going to slot out 1 or 2 videos with my basically my free software. It's really good. I had a go last night, guys. I had space behind me on a blue screen, and I was going like that, but I couldn't post it because I had so many videos. I got to keep it real, Nathan. I don't want to be like this is YouTube. It's not fucking HTV, is it? Do you know what I mean? I want to keep it like me. So I don't want to. I have said to you all before, if I ever get ideas about my station, I want you to tell me so you can put me back on ground where I am now. It's a much better place. The flat earth is a brilliant thing, but there's too many people thinking about negative aspects, like people in it, personalities, and obviously the battle of the psyop, because the fact still remains this subject is like real, and so we got to presume that people would be put in place to compromise and mess with us. We have to presume, but zero evidence for that. But it seems to keep vlogs going and hangouts going. I'm not really talking about anything to do with saving humanity, which is what I'm trying to do. It's what I'm here for. Trying to save humanity is what we're doing, guys. And one day, then everyone's going to know that they're on a flat plane, and everyone's going to know the God's here, and everything is going to be okay again, like it was in the past before whatever happened. And this society, whoever is in charge, I would even like to say, I don't even look for a corporate anymore. Just got to send them love and forgiveness and hope you change them. Thanks for Authentic for getting rid of that MMR artist. I've seen him before. I'll ban him later. He's a real pain in the bum. I think it's that other guy, the one on the sock. Yeah, they're ramping it up big time, Nathan. I'm glad you see, mate. Yeah, well, I'm going to have a go, Di. I'm going to be shocked if I do, innit? And I got some support, and everybody's thinking in the same thing as well, in the same camp. Yeah, that's what we're doing, yeah. Yeah, I got messages coming through left, right, and centre, guys. I'm going to have to wrap this up, okay? I'm going to get busy in a bit. I know I am. I got a load of mail and a load of comments to get on with, and I have to go. Also, I need to eat. Now, this radio thing, if Tommy O'D gets back to me, although, to be honest, I only went on there because it was loads of years, but is it going to benefit us? These people are comics. They were just there to ridicule me. They thought it was comedy, and obviously it didn't work out that way because this is far from fucking a comedic subject. Well, the truth is, no, I don't think so. I think it's something else has happened for the lack of getting back. He got back. He spoke to me 2 days ago in my comments. I sent him a message back and an email and nothing back. So really unusual, that. But stick with me in case he does come back, and I will have a go. See if I can do one for the team, but I can't really phone America again. Not twice in one. I'll be in trouble. Peace to you all, guys. Look after one another. Be good. I'll see you on the scene right now. I'm going to do my stuff and I'll be floating around, okay? And there's my vlog for the day. On YouTube are compromising us. I've got my last 2 videos concerning London as potential hope. Yeah, it is hope. Pulled up for review. They're going to look into it because I don't think there's anything wrong with them. All I think I've said is against the government narrative. I've not shown any footage of BBC, except for that split second I turned the telly round. They can't say the 1 second the television screen is a copyright, can they? So they've held them. And some people have said, like Jonathan Roberts said he can't watch it, and one other person said they can't watch my videos. So I don't know what's going on. And as I said, somebody's gathered up all my comments, all of them, and put them into my comments help bin for me to go through all over the fucking game. So that is no good. Can't be having that. The thing is with moderators, see, they got not only rights on the comment stream, they've also got rights on my on the chat stream. They've also got powers in my comment stream to ban people and put them into review, into the holding bin or the spam bin for me to review. But not all my comments over a 3-day period. I get hundreds and hundreds. It's no good. Okay. Peace to all, as I said, and I'll be back. Okay. See you on the scene. Good day, guys. If you enjoyed. See you later. Thanks, guys.